and welcome to this week's Sing for Alexa Saturday, where we have an incredibly special guest star, Larry Saperstein from
Hi
High School
guys.
Musical, the musical series. I know, huge silent cheers. It's a complete honor to have you here, Larry. I'm still like shaking internally, and I really hope that I don't make too much of a fool of myself because of how I don't want to say nervous, how excited I am to have you here and see everyone else and all of your beautiful faces. If this is your first Sing for Alexa Saturday, welcome. We are so excited to have you. A quick rundown of what's going to happen. Larry and I are first going to introduce ourselves and answer any questions that some of you may have, so start thinking of questions now. And then we have three amazing singers who will be performing for us, and each will have 15 minutes to perform and gain some feedback. And after that, we will play a musical theater Kahoot, which is geared towards it's not musical theater. It's not musical theater. It's Disney Channel Kahoot, which is something I think might be even more exciting. Yes, Disney Channel Kahoot that my lovely roommate Emily created for us as I was frantically doing my makeup to get ready for this. Yeah, and then I will stay on until 1:30 Eastern Standard Time to answer any questions. So let's jump right into it. Hello, I'm Alexa. I assume you probably know a little bit about me if you're here on this call right now, but just in case, I am a musical theater TikToker, and I also do a lot of songwriting geared more towards storytelling, is really how I write my songs. So pretty much like musical monologues. And my background is that I come from an extremely musical family, and we've been performing as a family band at assisted living facilities since I was really little. My first official voice lesson I got to take was at 13 years old, and I was so incredibly excited. I wanted to learn pop and musical theater, and instead my teacher said, here are some Italian pieces to learn, and I was like, what? But I ended up falling into this deep rabbit hole of just completely falling in love with classical music and the style and just training and how everything works and goes together, and I just was incredibly, I was very fascinated by it. And so also in middle school was my first like musical that I was ever in, and I was completely dumbfounded by like, wait, you can put music and acting together and then it like creates this whole other crazy universe. So I got really into that. It was the first time I really ever acted either. I ended up going to a high school, the performing arts for high school, where my major was acting, in fact. And while I was there, outside of that, I did a ton of pre-college programs. I did programs at Juilliard for classical singing and Rutgers Mason Gross for musical theater, their academy, and Westminster Choir College and Paper Mill Playhouse's summer conservatory. Absolutely falling in love with it, to the point where I almost felt like I had a very conservatory style type training all throughout high school, where for college I really wanted to sit down and hone in on my music skills and everything that it would take to actually put on a production, produce my own music, kind of like the whole business side of musical theater. So I'm currently at Ithaca College, where I am a BMO major, Bachelor of Music with an outside field in theater. And I will now turn it over to Larry.
Wow, you have a much more impressive bio than I do. Hi, I'm Larry Saperstein. I play Big Red on High School Musical, the musical, the series. I'm sure many of you are familiar. I grew up in New York, and I was a theater kid in New York City. I was taking tap classes and dance classes and voice lessons, and I did a lot of shows in New York. And then I went to college. I started doing a degree in production design, actually, because I wanted to learn something different about the way that theater works. And I grew up in that universe, and I was excited to sort of uh, get two different sides and learn more about how things work from the ground up. And then I got this really awesome opportunity, and I got really lucky, and and here I am, and now my world is a little bit different a year and a half later. And I'm so excited to be here and hear you guys sing, and I'm so thankful for all of you guys that are here, because it really is so awesome to see your faces and to hear what you have to say and to hear what you think and to hear how you sound, and I just can't wait.
Amazing. Okay. So we have some time now for anyone who has any questions. You can feel free to type them in the chat, but what we're going to be doing first is literally just wave your hands on the screen, and I'm going to leave it up to Larry to hover over someone's screen, and then you will see the button ask to unmute, and then you can unmute them.
Okay, I see someone named Amelia who looks really excited. So I'll ask you to
Oh
unmute.
my god, oh my god, oh my god. Hi.
Hi.
So first of all, you were on my 12th birthday cake, which is
Cool.
nice of you. Yeah. And then also, I'm really excited for season 2. I've like just binge watched it over and over again. Like the show.
Thanks.
And I've never been to a singing Alexa Saturday, but I can't believe I'm even like speaking.
Just breathe. Well, I'm glad that you're excited for season 2. I'm excited for season 2. There's a lot of awesome things that are happening. And I can't wait to share it with you all.
Do you have yeah, of course. Okay. Take care. Just take some deep breaths, get some water. You're good.
Okay.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything?
Okay, I'm gonna look through the pages because I don't see everybody all at once. So give me a second.
Yeah. 4 pages. Wow.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna pick someone from the second page. Let's try Emmanuel.
A timer just went off. Hi.
Hi.
That's so crazy. Yeah, Emmanuel, I'm 16. How did you what's it like being on a film and media set? Because that's what I want to do with acting. I want to be a film and media actor.
Yeah. So film and TV is where I have most of my experience. Just because it's this show and it's most of what I've done. In terms of how it's different than theater, if you have the theatrical experience, it's a little bit more. I guess the appropriate way to say it is a little more touch and go. It's a little bit more like, you're gonna come in today and we're gonna do this scene and we're gonna do this scene only and we're gonna do it for half of the day. And the night before, you'll memorize the lines for that scene for that day. So whereas when I'm working in a play or a musical, you memorize your whole part for the whole show. But that doesn't really work in TV and film because we're getting scripts as we're working. So we'll start working on the first episode, and then when we're done working on the first episode, they'll send us the script for the second episode, and then we'll read that together, and then we'll get the script for the third episode and we'll read those together. And so you sort of memorize as you go the night before, and you also don't do as many rehearsals. A lot of times you'll come in the morning and you'll rehearse that scene for that day, and then you'll shoot that scene. The only things that we do bigger rehearsals for are dance numbers or anything where we need to actually really practice. But most scenes are they're sort of designed to be filmed as quickly as possible with less rehearsal time, less blocking rehearsals and stuff like that. So that's the main difference. As far as my show, my show, High School Musical, it's a show about theater kids. So there are a lot of amazing things that we try to do, like singing live and those things that we try to do to make it feel more like a theatrical production. And I think it really does come through with the energy and how you guys respond to it. And so I would say those are the main differences. It's a lot of memorization, a lot of words, and it's also you get to really go on a journey with the character. I've known Big Red now for almost 2 years, and I've known what that means to me and how I play that person, and I've gotten to go on his journey and see how he's different. Whereas in a musical, you're telling the same journey every night, and in that, your job is to make it new and fresh every time, and that's its own challenge. But in TV, you don't have that challenge because you actually are doing something new every single day, and so the challenge becomes living with a person and exploring how that person sees the world.
That's so crazy. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. That's so cool.
Great question. Alrighty. Anyone else?
Well, Alexa, do you want to pick now?
Oh gosh, I always feel so bad. That's why I kind of put the pressure on you. Okay, let's see. Let's go with Maristella.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I'm actually from Indonesia and it's Disney Plus just came in here. So I
Wow.
just actually watched the series and I really love it. And
That makes me
I
so
realized that
happy.
yes, I'm so happy that it finally came here. So I want to ask a question. If I'm actually interested in tap dancing, but I've never had a
Wow.
chance to actually learn tap dancing or anything musical theater because it's really hard in my country.
Hmm.
To get inside that kind of entertainment. Maybe if you like to share, so I can like learn something.
Yeah, well, I mean, I actually don't have anywhere to tap dance at the moment because I am in an apartment, and it is like COVID. So I actually haven't really been tap dancing that much recently because I haven't been able to go to a dance studio in a little while. But we are living in this amazing this time has been really challenging for a lot of us, but it's also been amazing for some things because we can do these awesome Zoom classes and we can do these awesome Zoom dance lessons, and there are plenty of tap dancers that do like live Zoom classes or uh, you know uh, Instagram live classes. I know there's a studio in New York called the American Tap Dance Foundation, and they do classes for adults, beginner classes for adults, and they're having like an online season. Um, Also, you might not believe it. I'm not sure what the tap scene is like in Indonesia, but I know that there are some countries on that side of the world that do have like an amazing tap dance scene. I know Japan has a wonderful, huge, amazing tap dance scene, and some other places that are not the U.S. And that I think that's a product of being in 2020 and having everything be so online. We can really like share this art form, and I've gotten to meet some amazing tap dancers from around the world, from Japan, from Brazil, from Barcelona, Spain, from Israel. Like there are amazing tap dancers all over the world, and you don't have to come to New York, to the US to start your training, to start your journey with that.
Thank you so much. That actually gave me so much hope.
Oh, of course.
Thank you so much. I can't wait for season 2 too. And thank you for letting me talk to you. Alexa,
Of
thank
course.
you.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Of course, of course. Oh my gosh. Okay. So there will be more time to ask questions afterwards. Larry might have to run, but I'll stay on here, like I said, until 1:30. So we are going to get started with our first singer, which is Liv. So I'm going to unmute you right now. Hi, Liv.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm very excited to be here. So, Liv, feel free to let us know a little bit about yourself. And then, when you're ready, if you could give us sort of a synopsis of the show that the song you're singing comes from, and then where that song sort of fits in. And then, if you'd
Yeah,
like to do a sound check, maybe play a little bit of the accompaniment so we can test it out with Zoom. Yeah, and then the floor is yours.
okay. Hi, I'm Liv. I'm 14 years old and I'm from the UK. I started theatre when I was about 8, so I've been doing it for quite a while, but I originally started dance when I was 3 and then kind of got into it. So, I will be singing Lost in the Brass from a musical Band Geeks, and the show is kind of about a group of misfits, like in a high school, who form like a band, and they don't have enough members, so they have to get someone in who used to be a football player, but he got expelled, so he's quite naughty, and they have to try and like fit him into the group. So my song kind of fits in because my character Laura, she kind of has a best friend in the band, and she kind of has a crush on him, and she shares her feelings.
Wonderful. And would you like to do a quick sound check for us?
Yeah. Okay, hang on.
Seriously squared.
Just gotta get the.
No worries, you're all good. Take your time.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Stand up. There it goes again. The moment's gone, and I'm too lame to speak. Another wasted opportunity. Always waiting for something to happen, but nothing is gonna happen. Not for me. Buddy, I'm always buddy. I'm a girl, for your information, forever in this situation, waiting and hoping you'll notice how I'm feeling. But every time I get him near, I fade away, I disappear. That's me, never getting heard. He just smiles and walks away, like I never said a word. Oh, can anybody hear me? Am I just blowing air while the whole world works is past? It's like blow and blow, though I know it gets me nowhere. Just get lost and lost in the brass. Flutes don't sparkle quite like batons. There's no visual attraction, no stimulus reaction. Pretty music, that's all the pretty that I got. I'm special in a quiet way, at least that's what my parents say. Whatever, they were never in the band. Their hair is turning gray, no they don't understand. Oh, can anybody hear me? I know that I could sparkle on the grass, but my melody can never be heard clearly. Just get lost and lost, lost in the grass. I get so lost and lost in the grass. Listen, I'm not background noise. Listen, I make music. See me, I'm not one of the boys. I shine, I shine, I shine on my own. So I don't wear makeup, I don't stick my hair up with some awesome-tastic pink beret. I'll never be a majorette. I'm plain, I'm basic, and I sweat when I get nervous. I suck at popularity, people just don't notice me. Someday, high school's got to end, and I'll finally find a place where this woodwind doesn't blend. Oh, there's a whole world to be pursuing. I could just get out and leave this all here in the past. They'll remember me thinking, gosh, how's she doing? Then I'll be long gone. Oh, I'll be solo obligato, cutting loud and clear, right through the tuba blast, soaring high above that clumsy bass vibrato. Won't be lost and lost, lost in the grass. And finally they'll see there's so much more to me at last. I won't be lost, lost in the brass, lost in the brass.
Woo! Oh my gosh, Liv, fantastic job. Oh my gosh, there are so many amazing things that you're doing. I love your posture throughout. And I love there are a couple times when sometimes you'll take a step forward and kind of go back, and but when it counts,
Yeah.
you make sure to really stick your ground and stay very grounded, which especially with this song I think can be really important. So that was really really amazing, and I loved how this is a very talkative song, but as soon as you got to a place where you knew you were gonna have to, make it less talky and more sing-songy, I loved how you just like ever so slightly kind of rounded your lips, and it might even just be something instinctual that you didn't even really notice that you were doing. But any
Yeah.
musical theater people here, in English we talk very, very kind of horizontally, very sort of like this. But as soon as we kind of change it and make it even just the slightest bit more open and more vertical up and down, it gives the sound a little bit, just slight more room to kind of ring around and project, and it just makes it so impactful, so powerful. So really really lovely job with that. um
Thank you.
One thing that I did notice, which I mean I even do it sometimes, is that when we practice, like me, our voice is an instrument that we can't see and we can't touch, and so it's kind of like out there, and so there are a lot of imagery things that we can think of to help kind of impact the way that we sing, and also just physically, ways that we can move our body to kind of um, physicalize what we would like to see happening in our voice. Like I know sometimes doing this on high notes helps me think, okay, bring the sound like back and up. It does this.
Yeah.
Is this connected to my throat? Not really, but it gives like some connection to my brain. And so while we practice, there are definitely, and I'm guilty of this too, certain things that we do when we're practicing to help kind of manipulate the sound, or even just remind ourselves, okay, I got to be more open here. When we go to perform, they can end up bleeding into the performance a little bit. And I saw some conducting with your hand that you would do on
Yeah.
notes, where you were kind of conducting yourself, which again is fine because it helps you reach the notes, or not reach the notes, but it helps you um, perform the notes in the way that I assume that you practice, and there's some mental connection to help you really connect to those notes. I would encourage you to sing this song again in front of a mirror and ask yourself, are these motions that I'm doing out of just habit because these are always things that I've done, or are they specifically to help move forward the plot? And can I find specific places in the song that I can say, oh, I'm doing this because in the character they're trying to do this, and this, whether it's just something out of habit that you do, or whether it's something that's like connected to the character. And if it's not something that you can really support with lyrics in the song, then maybe it's something to consider, okay, maybe I just don't need to be doing it, during the exact performance.
Yeah.
There are also a lot of musical interludes in the song. So there are a lot of places where you're not necessarily singing, but there's still music. So in musical theater, you and the music are like 50-50 working together to help tell this story. So even when you're not singing at the moment, there's still this music track, accompanying. There's still, it's not, that all of a sudden the performance on your part goes to like 0% and we're letting like the piano just kind of do their thing. It's still always this like give and take, 50-50. You're both helping to tell the story. So I think that for you, it might be really helpful to go back into these musical interludes and actually write in like a monologue that you can say for yourself, something that you can actively be thinking, so you're not just like, waiting till the next time that you come in, which we all do. But I know for me, it really helps. Let's just say I'm singing I Get Lost, 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 and then there's this big musical interlude until I come in again, I'm lost, lost, lost. Maybe I'm going to take my pen and pencil and write, I just wish he would notice me. I wish they would look. I wish that they knew I was so much more than blah, 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 blah. Memorize it. So then when it comes to be that part, you're not shut off. You're still acting. You're not saying anything, but you have something running in your head. And I think that that might also help to kind of put two and two together a little bit. But really, overall, it was a fantastic job. It was a really great performance.
Thank you.
Yep, Larry.
Okay, you are so captivating. That's like the first thing that struck me when you started speaking to me, when you started telling me about who you are and where you're from, and I saw so much passion in that, and I see that you are so proud of who you are. And I want to ask you a question because I think maybe on a broader level it might change the way that you think about how you sing a little bit. Is there something in this world that when you're doing it, you lose all sense of time, and you lose all, like, if maybe you're having a bad day, and when you do this thing, it doesn't have to be singing, it doesn't have to be acting, it can be anything. And when you do it, your time falls away, and maybe anything bad that was happening that day, fades away. Is there anything that makes you feel that way?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. So I think with this song, that needs to be the central point of this song, right? The song is called Lost in the Brass. The song is about getting lost in playing in the band, and how playing in this band is the one thing that makes this character feel special and feel at home. And when you're singing, maybe if there's time, I don't know how the time, but like if maybe we can like go back and because there's a great moment of lyrics too when she's really like describing things like, one day I will have, I'll have this, and I'll have this, and high school will be over, and I really think that during you in order to get those points across, really like see those things, and maybe they don't have to be exactly what the lyrics are. Maybe they can be what you see as Liv, right? And maybe you can see those things and relate them back to the lyrics, and that is how we build character as actors, and especially in musical theater. You have to be tying everything back to the things that are you. Because at the end of the day, you're always going to play this character like you. There's nobody else that can play the character the way you play the character. Even if the character is, Lindsay Mendez, and that's great. And Lindsay Mendez is Lindsay Mendez, and she's always going to be Lindsay Mendez, but you're Liv, right? And so you're going to have to play this character the way that you play it. And tying it back to your personal emotions instead of trying to be her, or trying to be, oh, I want to be sassy here, or I want to be, emphatic here. Really, just on a more broad note, put yourself into those emotions, and the beats will come.
Yeah.
We can definitely go back. We got like a little bit of time. If there's a certain place that you'd love to see it from.
Yeah, if you want to just go from the bridge.
Hang on, let me
Usually a good place.
Also, I try to spotlight each singer's video, and it's on me. I always like brain fart and forget to unspotlight it. So if like I'm talking and all that you can still see is Liv on the screen, be like, Alexa, cancel the spotlight.
Yeah. Just need to find about where it is.
All good.
So where do you want to go from? Sorry, just for...
Wherever feels natural for you, but somewhere in the bridge would be great.
Okay. Let's see what this is.
Really picture that thing. Really picture that thing that is you.
Okay. Okay, we'll go from after this.
Sure. And tell me about the thing that you love.
So I don't wear makeup, and stick my hair up with some awesome-tastic pink beret. I'll never be a majorette. I'm plain, I'm basic, and I sweat when I get nervous. I suck at popularity. People just don't notice me someday. High school's got to end, and I'll finally find a place where this whirlwind doesn't blend. Oh, there's
whole world to be pursuing. I could just get out and leave this all here in the past. I remember me thinking, gosh, how is she doing? But I'll be long gone. Oh, I'll be solo avocado, cutting loud and clear, right through the tuba blast, soaring high above that clumsy bass vibrato. And be lost, lost, lost in the grass. And finally they'll see there's so much more to me, and last I won't be lost, lost in the grass, lost in the grass.
Yeah, even that, just to me, it felt so much more connected. You felt so much more grounded. I could see in your face that there was something that you were picturing, that you were excited to tell me about. And that's what's going to captivate an audience.
Yeah. Amazing job, Liv. Congratulations. Please let us know, where can we hear your beautiful voice again?
I have Instagram at Liv Marie Kerner and TikTok Liv Marie Kerner. And I also just want to shout out mine, Michaela's, Lucy's, and Emma's, the Alexa-Chalnick Hype House on TikTok and Instagram.
I love you guys so much. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for being here and sharing your talent with us today.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up, we have Xavier, who I see right here. I'm going to unmute you. Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. So please feel free to tell us a little bit about yourself, and then a little bit about the show that the song you're singing is from, and then where your song kind of fits in there.
Okay, so my name is Xavier Karnacom. I'm 15 years old and I come from Ohio, so that's fun. So I've been singing since I was like 8 or 9, like been doing musical theater. So I've been doing it for a long time now. My dad is actually like, he got me into it because he did theater all throughout college. So thanks to him, I'm where I am right now. So for the show, it's okay. So I'm singing River from The Politician, and like it isn't it isn't a show like a actual musical. It's actually like a like a TV show, and so it's kind of confusing. So the character I'm playing, his name is Peyton, and there is this guy named River, and he's like really popular. He's like the sports kid. He's like he has a great life. He has a girlfriend. He has everything. Well, so it's kind of confusing this way because Peyton and River, they don't say that they're gay or bi, but they have a love interest, and like it's kind of confusing in that way. So it's kind of cool how like that works out. And this one day, Peyton and River are both running for president of their college or high school, sorry, and this made Peyton mad, so he goes to his house and to confront River about it. And it's kind of sad. River, he kills himself in front of Peyton, and so yeah, it's really deep and dark. And then the next day they have a like school memorial for him, and Peyton, he sings a song called River, and it's to remember him and how great he was and how he affected his life. So it's really cool.
I love the smile that came out. Okay. Well, would you like to do a sound check? If you could play a little bit.
Okay, can you tell me if you can hear it?
Awesome. Also, are you able to angle the screen just slightly downward a little bit?
Like
So
so.
we get a little bit more of you.
Oh yes, I'll be standing up. So yes.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
I
Perfect.
should have standed up. Is it good?
Perfect. Whenever you're ready.
It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees, putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. But it don't snow here, it stays pretty green. Gonna make a lot of money, I'm gonna quit this crazy scene. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Tried hard to help me, put me at ease. Made my life so naughty, made me weak in the knees. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. So hard to handle, I'm selfish and I'm sad. I've lost the best baby that I've ever had. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby say goodbye. It's coming on Christmas, we're cutting down trees, putting up reindeer and singing the songs of joy and peace. So I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Thank you. The covenant goes on much longer, so I stopped it there. But thank you.
Oh my gosh. Fantastic job. Okay, I'm canceling the spotlight. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. I was telling my mom and roommate who are sitting right here who also had their jaws dropped to the floor that I could literally listen to you sing all day. Oh my gosh, there's something so impactful about your voice. It's so calming and like warm. Oh my gosh, I absolutely adore it. A little bit kind of what I was saying with Liv. You tend to conduct yourself a little bit with your left hand. Just something to watch again. Not incredibly, distracting or anything, but definitely something to kind of think about that happens more often than not while you're singing. That just is something to keep an eye on, as well as that you tend to sway a little bit forward and backwards while you sing. That's also kind of just something to watch out for. Actually very similar to Liv, when there was a section where you knew you were gonna have to like be really grounded and sort of like park and bark it, you made sure to really stand your ground. But I think that this song almost kind of lends itself to a bit of stillness, but at the same time you are kind of talking about a river, and I can see you kind of like doing this sort of like give and take with your body as well, which I think as long as it's something that is, again, like can be supported by the text, it's fine. You don't want to do it so often that it can be a little bit distracting. It might also kind of just be the way that your feet are sort of placed. I know that some people find it more grounded to just have their feet be completely next to each other. Some people find it a bit more grounded to kind of put one foot in front of the other, but this can also kind of lend itself to shift the weight this way, if not side to side. So just make sure that it's if you do decide to move forward, that it's like it's supported, and it's not just something that you're doing kind of out of like nerves, or you feel like there's not anything else that you're doing and you have to like put your energy somewhere. Yeah, but I thought it was, again, really lovely.
Thank you so much.
Okay, how old are you again?
15.
Okay, so I'm this is gonna be a thing that you're gonna have to remember. This song is not River from The Politician. It's River by Joni Mitchell.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And I want you
found
to,
it.
and the reason why I say that, and the reason why I want you to remember that is because the politician, I saw you taking the acting beats and the choices from Mr. Platt, right? And this song is so famous beyond that. And this song is so well known and so well used as a holiday song and as a, it's used as a Christmas song a lot of the time, and it's used as a sort of solo song, that I think putting those acting beats, those additional acting beats of, River dying and all of that stuff, which I saw you doing, and I thought that was great that you were doing it. It can be a little confusing for people that know the song. It's not something like Lost in the Brass that we just heard, where it's so tied, or any real true like song from a musical, where it is so tied to the story, and that it's from that story, and you're sort of trying to convey that story. When you're singing more of like a pop ballad, you really need to put your own spin on it, and you need to take your own you need to look at it with your own lens, right? And so maybe this is a hard song for a young singer to convey emotionally, because it's about loss, and it's about being alone when you should be around loved ones, and hopefully many of us, if we're fortunate, we don't have to go through that when we're 15 years old. And I don't know about your life and what you've gone through, but I hope that you haven't experienced extreme loss, at your age. And so this can be a hard song. I would encourage you to sort of take a breath, and not worry so much about that interlude where you have to cry because River died. I would encourage you to streamline that thought process a little bit more, and think, how would I be feeling if I lost someone and I had to spend Christmas without them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, that's what I have to say.
Oh my gosh, my roommate's like on the other side of my bedroom being like, I told you so. I'd never heard this song before, surprisingly. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's so funny though. Yeah, I completely agree with everything that Larry said. Yeah, it's the story that you were going with for the song was definitely very deep, but especially for 15,
Yeah.
I applaud you for having the courage to be so vulnerable with something like that. And again, I just absolutely love your voice. I think it's so beautiful and wonderful. So Xavier, please let us know, where can we hear your wonderful voice again?
My Instagram is xcarnicom03, so you can. That's yeah, Instagram. So yeah.
Awesome. And do you have any questions for either myself or Larry?
Not that I know of right now. I might think of one and type it in the chat, but not right now. Thank you.
Okay, you got it. Well, thank you so much for being here
Thank you
and
so
sharing
much.
your talents with us.
Thank you.
Okay, and last but not least, we have Yvette, who is right here. I'm going to unmute you. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. A little nervous, but I'm good.
Oh my gosh, you're totally good. You're gonna rock it. So, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am 18 years old. I am from Dayton, Ohio, and I've been singing since I was like out of my mom's stomach. So I've been singing for a while. I started musical theater in high school, and now I want to do it professionally and go on to Broadway. So that's my plans in the future. And the song I'm singing is Apple Tree, from the Apple Tree, Gorgeous, but I really don't know about the musical because I haven't seen a lot of musicals. But to me, I think this song really means to her about how she feels, and like she's like, I don't know how to explain it, but like she feels like she's gorgeous, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to explain that, but she's like, oh my God, I'm beautiful now, or something like that. But that's how I think she feels. If you
Okay.
understand what I'm talking about.
I've heard people perform the song, but I too haven't actually gotten around to kind of looking at the background of what it's from. Larry, do you know?
It's from, am I muted?
Oh no,
It's
you're good.
from Apple Tree the musical. It's a musical from the 60s. And so that's the tone of it. It's a sort of 60s musical review about Adam and Eve.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Well, do you want to do a sound check of that?
Yes. Let me see. If it loads. Can you hear that?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Look at me. I am gorgeous. I am absolutely gorgeous. Here's this avalanche of beauty and one woman and I'm it. Look at the way all these parts fit together, stunning. See the way my nose stops running. I was positive this creature was inside the old me. All bundled up, ready to get free. Now I see the real me. Look at this, look at that, look at those. Let me just feel me. Beautiful, glamorous, radiant, ravishing. Look at the hair, look at the shape, look everywhere. I'm such a divine me. Every studio will sign me. My cup running bubbles. Whoever saw such a complete wow. No one can say no one to me now. No one is as gorgeous as I am. I'm so sorry I messed up.
Oh my gosh, there is absolutely nothing to be sorry for. Yeah, let's give a big silent round of applause. Woo! Alrighty. Oh my goodness. Well, the first thing that I really noticed is that you were leaning over quite a bit. Was that to stay in frame, or is that kind of just
Stay in frame.
Okay, yeah. So
I didn't know where to I don't know.
Yeah. So I think that our posture has a huge impact on how we sing. Everything, our body is quite literally our instrument, and it's our vessel with which our voices. It's like the case that we keep our instrument literally, and so how we kind of configure it has a big impact on how we sing, and leaning over especially, it kind of constrains everything here, and it's not open, as opposed to being able to take a nice deep breath in and downwards, and then being able to kind of engage that. It already kind of impacts, I feel like, the amount of capacity that you can really take in air, and also just in the way of like similar to dancers, how you kind of stack everything on top of everything else really nicely, so that you're nice and solid, and like a solid building or something like that. As singers, we do think about the way that our spine is, and being very nice and lifted, and then even our I forget what it's called. Emily, do you remember the spine, the part of the spine that goes into the back of your head? There's I'm learning about this right now in vocal pedagogy, but yeah. So everything, and the way that your tongue is and the way that your larynx is, it all interconnects and works together. So that would, I think, really be my big note, is that if you adjust the camera to where you're able to stand up and be really nice and open, and you don't have to gasp kind of for your breaths, but instead can kind of just drop and let it kind of just flow in. I think that that'll have a really positive effect on.
Yeah, I knew that I should have took more breath in before I started, but I was so nervous. So
it's not always about. I just want to make sure that we have the distinction. It's not always about taking more breath in. It's about the way that you take the breath in.
Mhm.
So, you know, if you're gasping for air, what winds up happening is that you dry out the back of your throat, and then you're, you know, sort of hunched over, and then you don't hit the notes. It's about positioning yourself so that you can take the most breath in with the greatest amount of ease, so that you can support the notes.
Yeah. Yeah. That was pretty much really all that I had to say was just the posture. So Larry, you can take it away with any other notes you might have.
Okay. Well, first of all, this is a wonderful character song. Is there, where did you, who helped you find this song? Because it's really a great audition song, and it's a great song that I've never heard anybody sing this song before, and it's really a wonderful, wonderful character song.
I went to New York City at
Okay.
NYCDA, and they like gave me this song to like practice on and stuff. So
Well, good on them, because it's a great, 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 great character song, and you should keep it in your book because it's a wonderful song. What I want to ask you, and I'm sure if you did a workshop on this song already, they've probably asked you and they've probably gone. And I saw you doing some of those beats, but a similar question to what I asked before. Have you ever had a time where you felt like so absolutely beautiful that absolutely nobody could tell you that you were not? That, you know, did you have a prom, or you know, a junior prom, or maybe you went to a party or something, and you just thought that you looked absolutely fantastic? Have you ever had one of those moments?
yes.
Right? I want to see that in your singing. I saw a lot of, oh, I have to, you know, I have to feel myself, and that's great. And those things will come. Some of those things will come naturally. If you're trying to do them because you think you're supposed to do them, they won't read, right? And so what the thought process and the mental, you know, the train of thought needs to be, is it has to come from that place of emotion, right? Because that is why we sing in musicals in the first place. We sing because the dialogue can no longer contain our emotion and our joy for what we're feeling. And you have to feel just so exuberantly gorgeous. You know, I saw you kind of, again, hunching over, which you said was to stay in frame. But this song, like, I picture it as something where you
Very
are
open.
and out into the world, because you're feeling so that radiance of positivity and joy and light, which really, really will sell the song. I'm wondering if you could do one part of it again, whichever part you feel comfortable with those changes, because I really think that standing up straight. Don't worry about what we can see. Don't worry about the Zoom. Worry about you, and we'll follow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did
wherever
you want to do it with music, or?
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Okay.
Whatever you feel, whatever part you feel comfortable with, and you know, just do one verse or one phrase, and give it, and just exude that radiance, and really, like, communicate it to me through the 1,000 miles apart that we are.
Okay. Okay. Look at me. I am gorgeous. I am absolutely gorgeous. Here's this avalanche of beauty and one woman and not me.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you. Try it again. Just hold out your arms.
Throw them out.
Puff up. Yep. Puff up your chest. Hold out your arms and look me, like, right in the face.
Okay.
I know it's scary.
Okay. Look at me.
Don't bring your arms in. Keep them out the whole time.
Okay. Look at me. I am gorgeous.
Yes.
I am absolutely gorgeous. Here's this avalanche of beauty and one woman and I'm it. Look at the way all these parts fit together, stunning. See the way my nose stops running. I was positive this creature was its to get free. Now I see the real me.
Amazing, amazing. You can stop
that.
there. You can stop there. That felt so much more powerful, you know. And this is just an exercise. Obviously, you don't have to do that every time. But the you know, it's those like power poses, right? Like, have you ever heard about those power poses that people do? It's that same idea. Like, it's that, you know, communicate from the heart. I used to have a teacher that would say you have to in a theater with a mezzanine, they say they say dance to the moon, and you have to perform to the moon and show that, like, it helps you lift your chest, and it helps you sing out, and it helps you you know, tell the world how you're feeling. And I really noticed a change there. So yeah, great job.
Thank you.
You're so very welcome. Please let us know, where can we hear your beautiful voice again?
My name is the same thing on everything. So Yvette Williamson on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. It's on everything.
Well, thank you so much for being here and sharing your amazing talent with us today.
No, thank you.
All right. Woo, and that just about concludes the masterclass portion of this masterclass. We need a huge silent round of applause for our amazing guest star, Larry. Thank you so much. I mean, we are
Thank
all,
you.
I'm sure I speak on behalf of everyone that it means so much to have you here with us today. And helping, like a lot of people said, you know, how everyone's not only just stuck at home, but a lot of people who maybe don't have, you know, direct connections to a lot of musical theater classes around them, that we're so fortunate to be able to keep these things, or keep this masterclass going on for as long as we have, and it's all really thanks to amazing guests like you who help donate. Even just an hour out of your day really means the absolute world, and you made a lot of people's quarantine, including mine, so thank you so much for that. And yes, everyone's telling me in the chat and from my own mother that I need to take pictures before we go. I will be posting these on my on my Instagram story for anyone who wants. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna lower the light here. First, I'm just gonna fangirl for a second, have my moment, and take a picture with Larry. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now everyone, so this is the time, fix your hair, put on your gloss, get everything all nice and ready. We're gonna take some pictures. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got 4 pages. Next page. 1, 2, 3. And next page. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then the last page, no one has their camera on. So, woo, thank you so much. Again, Larry, you're more than welcome to stick around if you'd like, but we are now going to do musical theater, or no, not musical theater, Disney Channel Kahoot, which is
how many questions are in the Kahoot?
15 questions.
Okay, I think I can stay for that.
Okay.
And then I'll go after that.
Yeah, my friend Emily's also here. She's my roommate from college. She's quarantined me. Okay, here we go. So, for anyone who hasn't played Kahoot before, you want to be the first person to you want to be the first person, thank you, to click the correct answer. Okay, we're just getting it pulled up. Oh, and please make your username your TikTok username. Okay, perfect. So
yep, you're good. You can screen share now.
okay, we're putting down the volume because we're going to
Screen share?
Okay, screen share.
Thank you.
Stop sharing the screen. Amazing. Thank you to everyone who played and participated. I usually make this spiel before we played the Kahoot, but just so that Larry could try to stick around for it. So these Zooms, actually, obviously they're free and open for the public, but to get a membership on Zoom, just so that we could have longer than 40-minute Zoom sessions, it costs $15 a month. as well as an extra $60 just so that we could have more than 100 people on a room, which was definitely useful for today. So as a college student, I definitely would not have been able to keep these Zooms running if it was not for so many amazing watchers and viewers who have so nicely donated to help keep the Zooms running. Some of these people, if they're on here, we have Emma Payton, whose name might be Emma Burton right now if she wants to give a wave, Miranda Hobbs, Matt H, Brandon Burgett. These are some really wonderful people who donated. And if you donate $20 or more, then you and I do a video chat just so that I could thank you in person. But these wonderful people that I just mentioned actually donated and just said to pass along the video chat to someone who maybe couldn't necessarily afford it. So that is why we do these Kahoots, because that's how we figure out who gets the video chat of the week. So congratulations, just_Maddie54. I will be contacting you via TikTok to set that up, which is very nice. If you would like to help donate, even just like $1, $2, on my link tree of my TikTok, my Instagram, there are buttons that have my Venmo and my PayPal, and it says like, click here to help donate for Sing for Alexa Saturday. So that's right there if you'd like to help contribute to keep them running. Yes, that is my spiel about that. We did the TikTok. This is the first time we've ever done it in this order. So, yeah, okay. So I'm going to open up the floor now for, I guess, any more questions that anyone has. I'll stay on here for until, like I said, 1:30 for anyone else who maybe has questions. And as long as Larry wants to stay too, if you want to.
I actually have to run, you guys. I'm so sorry.
All good.
But thank you guys so much. I had so much fun. It was so nice getting to see your faces and to hear you guys sing. I'm so proud of you guys, and I love your questions, and I love getting to meet you guys. So thanks. I had the best time. And
Thank you.
so
Again,
bye for the time.
Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a good fast tomorrow.
Oh yes, thanks.
Pre-Yom Kippur for any of our fellow Jews out there. But take care.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye. Oh my god, did that really just happen? Have I, like, literally?
Wow.
Oh no, everyone froze. Okay, wait, we're back. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, wasn't that insane? I'm never going to process that just happened, guys. That was insane.
And he won the Kahoot.
He won the Kahoot. He literally won the Kahoot. We've never actually had a guest win the Kahoot, which I find kind of funny. But he did, which I think just shows how much he slays. Okay, so yes, we have 15 more minutes for anyone who has a question. I see a lot of people waving. Let's go with Alexis. Hello.
Hello. So my question is, do you have any funny backstage moments from any show? Oh, wait.
Yeah. So, oh, am I froze? Can you guys see me? Okay.
We're good.
Hopefully, yes. Okay, cool. So, this is like my go-to embarrassing theater story, I guess, but I was in, oh, I'll open the chat back up. I have it set to where all chats just go to me. There you go. Now you can all talk amongst yourselves. So I was in Mary Poppins one time, and I was Mary Poppins in Mary Poppins, and, the show itself was like, so, like, it was just not, like, well written. It was just so strange. And there's a scene where Mary Poppins exits the stage, stays off for 15 minutes, and then comes on stage for like 2 seconds while there's a scene going on to just be like, oh, something smells so great, like, are we cooking? And then one of the characters are like, yeah, and she goes, lovely, and she just exits. Like, there's no rhyme or reason as to why the heck this happens. So, yeah, I would always have to remind myself, like, to get my butt out on stage for the scene, because I literally have 15 minutes off, and then, like, another, like, 10 minutes before I go back on stage, like, in between that scene. So one time during a performance, I just forgot that I was supposed to go on stage, so they're doing the scene, and then stop because they're expecting me to pop out, and instead all you hear is me talking about how I was excited because my aunt was staying over our house, and, like, we were gonna have a sleepover. Yeah, so that happened, I guess. I was backstage for that. I guess that counts. Yeah. Yeah. I hope that answers your question. Do you have any funny stories, Emily?
No.
Any funny?
Nothing that happened to me. There have been a few, which I'm sure, like, if you've been in a few productions, there's always one person that sort of like that misses their cue, and then you just hear like the flushing of a toilet or something like that. There've been a few things like that. But
Okay, I see Lucy waving. Hi.
Hi, I'm one of the girls from the Hype House.
Oh my gosh! Hi. This is so funny. I can't believe I have a hype house. That's wonderful.
So my question is, so like, can I relate to High School Musical? So I wasn't born when High School Musical came out. So like, grew up with the film. So like, what do you remember? Like, do you have any memories of like High School Musical?
Oh yes. I grew up on High School Musical. Zac Efron still and will always be my soulmate. I have a calendar of him right over there that Emily bought for me for my birthday. I was so obsessed with High School Musical. Everyone was. I had High School Musical dolls. My friend had a High School Musical like bedding. Like literally everything was High School Musical. And I just had and continue to have the biggest crush on Zac Efron. Oh wait. Oh my gosh, wait, did I just get... Okay, wait, no, we're still here. My heart just dropped. It said that we were signed out of Zoom for a second. I just got a pop-up. Never mind, we're back. So I guess, like, I just remember watching it, like, on, like, my big old TV that we used to have, like, this huge, like, clunky television that we used to have, and I would sit up so close to the screen and copy all the dances. Do you have...
Yeah, it was, High School Musical was definitely, like, it was everything. It was everywhere. I was laughing earlier when someone was, like, asking a question, asking a question to Larry and was like, by the way, you were on my birthday cake or whatever. I started laughing, but then I realized, like, my 5th, 6th, and 7th birthdays, which were just High School Musical themed, and, like, every time a new High School Musical movie came out, it was, like, all the kids in the neighborhood had a giant party. We would decorate like High School Musical dolls, and we would decorate pillowcases that said like High School Musical 2 pool party. Like it was.
Oh my gosh.
High School Musical was my entire childhood.
Oh. Cool. Great question. Thank you for being part of my hype house. Emily, do you want to?
Is the hype house the one that made the water video? Because I love
That's us, yeah.
Someone tagged me in that, and I just remember being like, "Oh yes." This is oh my. Okay. I'm gonna go. Okay. How about Alicia Hudson?
I love that.
Oh, I forgot to. Like, yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Hi. My name's Alicia.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. But okay, my question is, what is your favorite show that you've either been in or seen?
The Fantastics.
Yes.
That's mine.
My favorite show that My favorite show that I've been in has probably been Pippin. Because it's just such a fun show and I love the music. My favorite show that I've seen will forever be Natasha Pierre in The Great Comet of 1812.
My favorite show that I've seen lately, it was Company right before it went off, like before Broadway went dark.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at Jacob.
Oh, Jacob! Hi!
I'm laughing at everything we say and Jacob goes.
Jacob, we love you. Oh my gosh, Alicia, what would you say? Alicia, what would you say your favorite show's been?
My favorite show that I've been in is probably Beauty and the Beast, because it was like it actually got me in a theater. And then my favorite show that I've seen, I don't know, I haven't seen too many, unfortunately. I was gonna see 6 right before Broadway went dark, but then I couldn't go.
Oh yeah, I want to see that so bad.
Yeah, but my favorite show that I've seen has to probably be Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, because it's way more accurate than the movies are to the book. So I really loved that one.
Oh my gosh, awesome! Well, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna unmute Jacob for a second just so we can say hi. Hi, Jacob.
Hi, hello, how are you?
You knew that he was here?
No.
Because you kept saying musical breakdown.
Wait, that was you?
Because his is
Yes.
down.
It was so funny. I was like, that's hilarious. She has no idea.
I thought that she was.
Wait,
like,
were you
just
here the whole
playing in
time?
Yes.
Food and
Oh my God, Jacob, hi!
Hi, I love you. I miss you guys.
Oh no, I love it. You too. That's
Every,
so funny.
every time you said musical break, though, it was so good. I was like, if that's not the most Alexa-Chalnick move I've ever heard in my entire life, I do not know what is.
Yeah. Yes, I agree with everyone. Jacob is
I really thought that
iconic.
you were just like making a joke because like he couldn't fit his whole username.
Oh, wait, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Oh.
good. It was so good. I love that. You're so phenomenal. Both of you are just the best, the greatest human beings.
We love you. We love you. You can feel free to stay unmuted if you'd like. Jacob is another musical theater TikToker for anyone who doesn't know. And he sounds exactly like Josh Groban when he sings. Do you want to show us?
Wow. Put him on the spot.
I don't think anyone wants to hear that right now, but
Yes.
oh,
Yes, we do. Uh-huh.
I don't think um maybe what would I sing? What would I even sing? What would I
Sing
What's the Natasha Green one? Oh my gosh, and I sing it all the time and I don't even know what it is. How does it start? How does the Is this how I die? Ridiculed and laughed at, wearing clown shoes. That one?
Yeah.
That one?
So everyone go follow Jacob for good, wholesome Disney Prince content.
Want to know what Josh Groban does a great cover of? Because
What?
you'll love this. Is try to remember the kind of September when life is low and oh so mellow. That one?
So good. Mm-hmm.
That's phenomenal. And that's for you. That's
Okay.
for you, Paige.
Feel free to stay unmuted if you want. We're gonna take some more questions. If anyone wants to wave. Oh wait. Okay. Waving profusely. We have. Is it Beto? Beto. Beto. Hi.
Hi. Okay. So I have a couple questions. Okay. So what made you get into like musical theater, or like why do you love it so much?
I love it because I feel like it expresses things that are just deeper than words alone. And growing up with such a musical family, I always considered music home, and I loved the impact that it had on people. And when I would sing and perform, I felt like just a little bit closer to like the unknown and kind of understand. I don't know. It just like it gave me such meaning, and it like just filled my soul with like, oh my God, I feel like what I'm doing right now, like if it could even impact one person who's listening, like it's just the most beautiful thing, and I wanted to devote my life to it. Yeah.
And also, when are you gonna be posting the pictures on your Instagram?
I will be doing that right after 26. Okay, so at 1:30 I will go on and I will be posting those pictures. Also, if anyone wants to like DM me and be like, hey, could I just like have the pictures, of course I'll just send them over to you if you'd like. Yeah.
Also, thank you so much for this opportunity. Like I really like am thankful for this.
Of course, you are absolutely so welcome. So welcome. Take care.
Okay, thank you. You too. Bye.
Okay. So many waves. Okay, let's let's do Dylan. Dylan. There you go.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, I just wanted to say I'm a huge fan of both of you. I love you guys so much.
Thank you.
My question is, when is the Lorax the musical coming out?
I am not writing a Lorax musical, but I know I have gotten like at least 30 people who have contacted me saying that they either want to write one or they are writing one. I know that there is already a Lorax musical out. Like it's already a thing. I'm sure that like if I wanted to contact the creators and be like, hey, like you want to like buy this piece and then it's like yours and you can include it in the musical or something like that. I don't know. I myself am not writing a musical though, but I of course will continue to put out musical Lorax content because I hear what the people want.
That's what the
and
people want.
you know, I'm not one to not give the people what they want. So
And my actual question is, do you have any tips for auditioning? Because I used to audition, like, but then my agency dropped me because I got braces.
oh my gosh, okay, whoa. Well, I'm so sorry, but you know what? You're gonna come back stronger than ever with even more perfect teeth, and you're gonna show them who's who. So, tips for auditioning. I know for me, the most nervous that I am is like the moments before I'm about to walk in the room, and then I'm fine. So I think just telling yourself, like having a mantra or something that you repeat in your head like a bunch of times to, I don't know, like if you believe in law of attraction, make it like actually happen. Kind of like creating your own like destiny. So instead of just being like, I'm nervous, I'm nervous, I'm nervous, what I do is I just keep repeating to myself, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. Because being like that feeling that you get when you're like anxious and excited is very similar to like nervous. So just telling yourself that this like energy that you have, like is more excited rather than nervous. I would say that. Drink a lot of water, steam. Yeah.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I have had such a great time just watching.
Of course. Okay, I'm getting a lot of everyone saying pick Michaela, pick Michaela. Where's Michaela?
That's Michaela.
There's Michaela. Hi, Michaela.
Hi. So, Joshua Bassett was on earlier. Just wanted to point that out.
I did see that, but also know that like it might not have been him just because like it's really like I could change my name right now to say Joshua Bassett and then just like make my picture a picture of Joshua. So like the odds of him, I don't, maybe it was like that'd be so cool if it was, and we can totally go with that story. But yeah, I also kind of just figured that it was just someone changing their name and like putting on the picture, but it could have very well been. Could have very well been. Yeah. Do you have like any other questions or anything?
People aren't.
I think it's breaking up a little bit, Michaela. If you want to like type it in the chat, I can answer whatever. Yeah, we can't hear you. Okay. So Michaela will type it in the chat. Anyone else, if you want to wave. Okay, Adeline, I think.
Yeah.
Hi. Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Do you have any belting tips?
Oh gosh, I actually am like working on belting with my voice teacher right now. And the big thing that we're talking about right now is like your vocal cords. It's very similar to like your hands. If you were to like kind of clap them together really gently and then like relax, like they're not like they still feel fine. But if you were to go and like really loudly like slam your hands together for a couple seconds, they like there's like a price that pays on your cords. And like belting an entire song where it's doing nothing but like slamming almost like, you know, your chords together in your hands, like that will take a toll, and you need to make sure that you're warming down and doing everything that you're supposed to, because belting is like, oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm wiping them. There's red lipstick everywhere. I should not be touching my face right now. But yeah, just making sure that like if you do have a really belty song, maybe don't belt the like pick and choose your battles, because belting like, you know, your voice is not like infinite supply. Like everything that you do like has like, you know, little like costs, and you know, belting costs a lot. So just making sure that you're really like ready for that and prepared, and not, yeah, like picking and choosing your battles, I'd say. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta go shoot. Okay, I didn't realize it's 1:32. Yeah. I am gonna have to run, but all goes well. We will be reconvening this masterclass next week, which is very exciting, with hopefully another Broadway guest. Jacob, thank you so much for joining us. If you want to get some merch, we have wonderful merch, Egg Queen, because I always say that my face is shaped like an egg. Also just stuff with like my little logo on it, AFC for Alexa-Chalnick. So there's merch. If you want to send stuff to my P.O. box, I always unbox it on my TikTok, so you'll be like featured on my channel. What else? You can schedule a lesson. Yes, Jacob?
The egg thing is because you think your head shaped like that's been the gimmick the whole time?
Yeah.
What? I just thought you liked eggs.
No,
I just-
no. I always say that my face, I'm like, I look like an egg right now. And like I said it so much that people started calling me the Egg Queen.
I just thought it was because like, oh, like she likes scrambled eggs or deviled eggs or whatever she wants, like a boiled, enjoys herself a good scrambled egg from time to time.
I do like myself some nice cooked eggs, but no, this is solely because I
Right.
strongly feel like my face is shaped like an egg.
Really?
And I
People
just
be
consider
like,
myself an egg.
they'd be like egg queen, and I'd be like, yeah, she likes her protein. You know it? Like she's a health queen. We stand.
So funny. Oh my
That's
gosh,
so
yeah. And
funny.
then like my
Dude.
friend made this cute little logo thing and I was like, I adore that. I think that's so funny. Yeah, and then if you want to do lessons, if you want to help donate to Sing for Alexa Saturday, all that's in the link tree. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love you all so much. Yeah, I know there's like some Discord that's up in the air. I don't know if we're gonna, yeah, some Discords, I really don't know how to use that. But thank you all so much for joining. I love you. I do teach lessons. I have a lesson at 1:40, which is why I kind of gotta scoot. But I'm sorry to let you know I really have got to go. Drink water so you're not sick. I really need to take my own advice. I love you. Love Alexa-Chalnick. I love you all so much. So very, very, very much. And yeah, I hope to see your beautiful faces here next week. Alrighty. I never want to leave these. Okay. Thank you so much for everyone that I can see right now. Carly, Belle, Julie, Adeline. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes, everyone. Okay, I would read. Okay, there are too many people. Usually I try to read them all off, but I do actually really have to go and try to eat something. I love you all. Mwah, mwah. Bye.